Quick disclaimer, this will be a one picture video. I repeat, this will be a one picture video. No multiples today. None today. You'll know why as we continue on with the audio. Love you. Hey, 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 this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, I'm recording this on Friday, so I'm thanking God that today is Friday. This has been a week. Y'all had a good week too. I mean, I saw, people going to restaurants, fighting with neighbors, eating good food. I saw all of the wonderful things that happened this week, and then another amazing thing is that we are still here, honey. Yes, we are. We are here, honey, for another week. God has blessed us to see another week, honey, and I'm so happy. Y'all like my little cartoon? Ain't she cute? Ain't she cute? Thought I would change a little bit, since we've been on doing this thing for like a year. So might as well do something different, catch the attention of the peoples. We got new subscribers coming up in here because they like it what they hear. And yeah, we growing inch by inch, day by day. We are growing. And I thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day, your busy schedule. Spend some time with Auntie. I really appreciate that. So, all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this party started. We are here to do a full recap of episode number 23. No, 24. 24. 2-4 of Beyond the Gate season 2. Yeah, these numbers is confusing me because again, when they did the MLK episode, they counted that as an episode. So I might have to start aligning what I see on the screen so I won't confuse myself. So I'm gonna name this episode number 24/25, and then on Monday, on Friday's episode, I'll just move forward with whatever it is because I'm getting confused with the times and stuff. Shit. Well, I might just put the days of the week. I don't know, but I'm going to align it up to whatever I see on the screen, whatever that episode is. So don't think that I skipped. It's just that I'm going to match it because I'm getting confused about what episode is which. All right, we're going to get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, we open up at the country club and we see Miss Anita there with Samantha and what's the other girl name? Chow. Uh, Tyrell's girlfriend. Y'all say her name, and when I don't see a lot of people all the time, I forget who they are. But whatever that child's name is, maybe Anita will say it. So Anita's asking them, so who is the lucky boy? I guess she's wanting to know who's going to escort them to the debutante thingy. So they look so cute. I still can't believe that girl was 30. So Samantha was like, who? The young man that's escorting you to the cotillion, child. Thank you, Anita. Of course, Jessica, you're all set. Jessica, honey. I couldn't think of that baby name because I don't be seeing her ass all the time. Jessica, you're all set because you have Tyrell. Yes, ma'am. Her and her baby hairs says Tyrell's dads are taking him tux shopping this week. Now, her little baby hairs is cute, and I like that little leather, like, fish scale skins doohickey dress she got on. That's real cute. Go ahead, Jess. I don't know who my escort will be, Samantha says. Bad Bunny is unavail. Yeah, y'all know they threw that in because we know the Super Bowl is coming up and he's the main event. So, yes, child. Benito Antonio is doing his world tour. I'm thinking that when they knew that, when they recorded this, they didn't know that he was going to be the Super Bowl person. So timing really good, y'all. Really good. I hear y'all. Y'all did that. Did y'all just like record that and just threw this in here because we watching the Super Bowl on Sunday? What's that about? Or y'all just happened to throw him in there? I just think the timing was real interesting. Jessica asked Anita, wait a minute, honey. You know Bad Bunny by his real name? Samantha says, honey, great grand knows every damn body. Okay, now who is this lady looking all strange in the background? I'm gonna have a picture right here on the screen. Girl, why'd you paying attention to them? Are you looking at Anita and her haircut? Okay, is that what y'all supposed to do in the background? Because y'all see that Anita has changed her hair. So y'all are looking worried. Is that what the director told y'all? Okay. All right. I'm gonna say that because I don't like how you looking at my girl. Yep. That's what the director told them to do. Um the lady in the background is looking like, ugh. So Jessica's like, oh my God, everybody's staring. Women have been cutting their hair and shaking things up for forever, honey. Centuries ago, F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote a story about a girl getting a bob and shaking up her whole world. Jessica tells her, "Yes, honey, we did read that short story in an English class, but that's something that was history making, darling." And so Samantha also says that a show in the 2000s, girl, we're still in the 2000s, a show in the 2000s got cut because the main girl had cut off her hair. What was that? What show was that? It wasn't Ally McBeal, was it? I can't remember what show that was, but for some reason I remember that. If y'all remember what it is, put it in the comments below for aunties. Cause y'all, y'all memory is way better than mine. The more things change, honey. That's what Anita said. So Samantha was like, "Yeah, they're buzzing because you look amazing." So Samantha's like, "You do." I mean, Jessica says, "You do." "Thank you, honey, but I am more concerned about how Samantha is going to look arriving at her debut stag." Like, I forgot to mention that Anita is wearing this beautiful short coif, you know. She's going to flip it and switch it and, do what she need to do, to be trendy and be sexy and change on the motherfuckers. Everybody has the long hair. You ain't have to have no long hair, honey, to be a queen. So Samantha was like, "Stag? What stag?" "Alone, dateless." And while she's talking, we see this guy with his beard at the table with his lady. She got long hair. He looking behind him with his sweater tied around his damn shoulders. "What you looking for? Take a picture. It'll last longer." She says, "Which ordinarily would be fine if you go alone. But cotillion isn't ordinary. Alone and dateless, honey. Which ordinarily would be just fine. But again, a cotillion ain't ordinary." I'm sorry, I just got distracted, honey. I'm sure I said the same damn word twice. "I'm sure you must have narrowed it down to just a few choices, haven't you, child? And please note, an escort does not have to be a love match or any kind of bunny rabbit or bunny." And while she's talking, I'm also getting distracted by the people in the background looking at them because, when they're normally in the country club, nobody pays attention to them. They might speak and then keep it moving. Anastasia better not bring her ass in because, she come sliding in there too. But I'm not used to people looking at them, so it's a little distracting, but I got to be focused. Jessica was like, "Or has a name that starts with the letter N." We already know who that is, honey. Nathan's ass. She says, "Oh, please, honey. Nathan's not even a blip." That's what Samantha says. "So you over Nathan already, girl?" "Well, I don't need to rush you, sweetheart, but a young man is going to need time to have his tux fitted and learn the dances. The clock is ticking, my little Deb." So we're at the palace, and Martin stops by to see his grandpaps. So Vernon's like, "Oh hell, what is it this time?" "What is what?" Vernon was like, "You stopping by with the book. You forgot to return. Is that what we doing today? Borrowing some damn sugar. All just to check on your grandmother." Shit, Martin was like, "Well, I mean, I would deny it, but you would see right through me." He was like, "How is she doing?" "Oh, well, up to her long gloves, planning at the club regarding this cotillion thing with your daughter and Jessica." So he was like, "I knew they were supposed to have dinner," Martin says, "but he thought it would be over by now." It would be nice if Martin takes her, but then it'd be weird too. So he talks about how Samantha is so excited about it, and um, so he and Martin, is really proud that Samantha is going to be part of it. And Vernon was like, "Yeah, your grandmother's happy to offer her some guidance and to have the distraction as well." And so Martin was like, "And actually, I was hoping to have some alone time with you." Say, and so I was wondering if the bop had already happened, okay? Because they had the little news thing about Samantha Guthrie's mother. Guthrie's or Guthrie's mother. So I was like, "When is the bop coming?" And I was like, "Bop, bop, 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 here we go." I mean, we're at Uptown, baby, and Nicole comes in there with this skirt that's mid thigh, honey. It's gold, looks like solid gold. It looks like that, and so she's there to meet with Kyle. He about to wipe his mouth, baby, seeing her walk in, and she got the bust down middle. He was like, "Nicole, damn, you look incredible." Yeah. Whenever she wear that part in the middle, baby, it's sexy time. I wonder how much planning and brainstorming did they have to do to say, okay, how are we gonna make Nicole sexy? Because she always wear the side, the side part and stuff like that, or she'll wear it slick back. She's done it maybe But this bust down middle part, honey, that's when you know that Nikki is here, honey. It ain't Nicole, it's Nikki. And you do clean up well, Dr. Rollins. Girl, he wear the same thing every time we see him. Although his jacket is kind of hanging off the back of the chair a little bit, but it's all good. Keep the tape rolling. He always wear the same thing, girl. Shall we move this? She says. He says, anywhere you fucking want to. I was thinking a booth, she says. He says, aha, that works too. Yeah, in his mind, he wasn't thinking about no fucking booth. He was thinking about a bed. So he says, after you. She she just goes to the booth. So we're at do we have a new set? I think this is Joey's house. I like the fireplace, honey. We have a new set. Oh, this is nice. The fireplace. I want me one of them fireplaces. I think you can hang it on the wall. It's nice. Where is it? Is Jake Jesse's? The fuck is Jesse? It is Joey's humble abode, baby. Vanessa is there to see her boo. I like that. It's very bachelor, high money, very balanced. It's definitely minimalist, but it's classy. Yeah, that's all Joey. That's all Joey. She's like, "Oh, at last," as he lets her in. Oh, she just looking around. He said, "Oh, I thought you could use your home cooked meal." And out of the blue, she says, "You invited me to your place after months of being together." Ah, he says, "Do you suspect some type of ulterior motive?" Honey, you think that I'm shaking up over that client's irate husband? Him. Lolly is my girl. Who cares about what's his name? Clarence, Claude, whatever the fuck his name is. Ain't nobody thinking about his old scary ass. He was running out that damn club. So, I mean, Joey was like, well, I could have handled myself even if Randy hadn't run interference. No, you wouldn't have, girl. That man was gripping your damn wrist, almost stopping your damn veins from pumping on that damn arm. Please. So you said, he says. Oh, you don't seem to believe me, Joey. I'm a woman of the world. I know how to lock up, stay sharp, and make it hurt if I'm pushed. Vanessa, please. Dangerous Vanessa, he says. I really do like that about you. Then they playing some brown liquor music in the background. That's some blues shit. Then they start tonguing down and kissing and shit. Like what kind of brown liquor blues backwood guitar slim goody Theodius BB King type of song we playing in the background. She says, well, I, like you, ready to be my dark knight, but I'm finally been welcomed into your castle for whatever reason. He wants to probably keep her in the castle and protect her from that crazy. He ain't gonna mess with that girl no more. He was like, well, if I thought that loser motherfucking husband was a threat, you knew he wouldn't be here no more, right? And I wouldn't have to distract you with a meal. She's like, okay, you win. Feed me. First things first, he said. You're the expert on houses, so go ahead. He's telling her to pretty much case the place. He said, be brutal. And she's thinking like I'm thinking. She said, it's exquisite. And it really is. It is so, man. It has the browns, the grays, the blacks. Oh, it's just, you have the bar, the small table, very, very creams in there. It's very nice. Very, very nice. She says, and surprising too. He's like, what did you expect? Dogs playing poker? That's that picture that most, are at some places where you have the dogs at the tables with their little glasses on, shades on, playing poker. Sinatra painted on velvet. And what about a blackjack table like the one that we've put to so good use at the casino? Yeah. You don't want to bring that there, honey. Leave that where it is. Ugh. Well, honey, I would not knock any of the above, she says, especially our table. It's warm, she says, while she's looking around, which some people might not expect in your home, but I know that you're not afraid of sentiment. It's masculine, of course, because you are, um, and you're you. And so while she's rubbing the head of the couch. Sophisticated, as I figured, and thankfully less modern than most guys usually go for. What it is exactly what I should have expected. A reflection of you. I'm telling you, that brown liquor music is playing real noise in the background, baby. Your warmth, your passion, your brilliance. My man, honey. My man, my man, my man. Forever full of surprises. I've always had an affinity for finer things, he said. The name of the song is called Slow Dancing. So normally they would have the name of the artist on the words on the screen, but they didn't have it on this particular episode. Whatever. So we're at Orphe Jeans with my natural sister. I don't know why the fuck I didn't think about that when I was thinking about people who had afros. And of course, we have Mona who's there looking all beautiful and Jan coming in, running in, being late, baby. For them to be at Orphe Jeans a lot, I would say the customers are more at Orphe Jeans than June is. Because we will never see June. So Jan sits down. She says, "Girl, I am so sorry that I'm late. I had to wait for Vanessa to leave for the evening." Mona said, "Honey, she asked you to stay late." "Oh, not at all, girl. I likes to, spruce things up for her," Jan says. Vanessa likes an inviting bedroom after a long day. And just in case she brings Joey home after with her. "Girl, is that a regular thing?" "Uh-huh, it is." There they go gossiping. "And girl, I have to say," Jan says, "Mr. Armstrong, girl, he is a dream. Charm for days and nary a crumb or smudge on a glass." You better say nary. "Yes, honey." Mona was like, "Bitch, because his ass can't leave no evidence behind. That's why." While she's sipping her tea. Red cup tea. Restaurant cup, red cup tea. Jasmine. I ain't talking about the little, plastic red cup that you do at the cookout. I'm talking about the restaurant. At the restaurant. Jan was like, "Honey, do not make me an accomplice after the fact. Not all of us can work for the morally unimpeachable Duprees. Not no more, girl. Nicole is far from being moral and unimpeachable. Honey, if you would have seen Nicole leaving for her date tonight, oh, honey, off the shoulder, up the hip. I thought it was going to meet in the middle, baby." I like that. "No," Jan says, "not Dr. Nicole Dupree. Honey, oh, no, you haven't seen her new come hither look." And Mona give that old come hither look. And Jan was like, "Oh, girl, you make it sound shameless." I mean, sometimes I think you're like one of those throwbacks, Mona. Like one of those Douglas Sirk films we both love on TCM. I like Turner Classic Movies. I would look at that every now and then. Every now and then, I find a good Turner Classic, and I will look at it. It has to be a Saturday afternoon when I ain't got nothing to do, and I'm like, "Damn, this is good. What's the name of this film?" And I never find out the name of it. Never do. She said, "Well, honey, girl, if she's doing an imitation of life, it may be Danny's life." Go ahead, Mona. One of my top movies. I love me an imitation of life. The one with Mahalia Jackson in it, singing at the funeral. Yes. Yes, that's the one I want. She said Nicole was the most responsible, for professional, put together woman I know. And Jan was like, "And now she deserves a scarlet letter, girl?" I mean, the fallout from Ted's cheating, lies, and baby mama drama didn't end with the perfect couple blowing up. It continues, honey, with Nicole emerging from the ashes of that marriage like some sexual liberated phoenix, baby. She is. "Oh, I haven't scared you off yet, not even with my secret single behavior." That is what Kyle is telling Nicole with her off the shoulders silver, disco queen dress, honey. They're on the same side of the booth. They're not facing each other. They like beside each other, as you can see on the screen. They have sushi. She has her martini, and I guess he's drinking his little brown. Okay. I like knowing that under that handsome exterior, that those magic massage hands, you're still human and guilty of leaving dishes in the sink. I am, honey. Oh, he's old, honey. I would load a dishwasher for you. What that mean, Kyle? He was like, "Oh God," because she started laughing because that was like a little corny. But he said, "Oh damn, that did sound a lot way more hotter in my head." So she said, "What you said in my office, it really stuck with me, Kyle." He said, "Well, it's like a new adventure every time I see you. So I'm guessing it had to do with changing things up after the loss." "Well, you did it by becoming traveling doc, and I decided to make some changes a little closer to home." He says, "Well, damn, I'm happy to be an inspiration." He says, "Well, any changes to note?" "Well, I'm just getting to know a certain reluctant dishwasher." He says, "Well, then you have to answer some questions that I have about you." "Maybe," she says, "when I get back." So she grabs her purse. I guess she's going to go to the little lady's room. He was, "Oh, baby, I'm not moving." Honey, when she walks off, baby, you know how we women do. When we know we looking cute and we twist, we switch a little bit more switches when you walk seductively, knowing that he's looking at you. Yeah. Go ahead and walk, damn Nicole. Walk, girl. He looking like, damn, I can't wait to taste that caramel drop right there. So as she leaves, we see Tad and Shanice come into Uptown as well. He tells her, "Did I tell you that you are the most ravishing woman here?" When I tell you he covers her with compliments, he's always telling her how beautiful she is. I like that. She was like, "Oh, honey, you haven't even looked around yet." He says, "Look, I don't have to." So, so she looks around and she sees Kyle. She said, "Oh, there's Kyle. We should say hi." Cause that's her boy. She the one who hooked up Nicole with Kyle, so she ain't gonna come in there and not say hi to her boy. He was like, sure, Ted said. So he gets up, he said, damn, well, if it isn't my favorite nurse from the DMV, he always calls her that. Ted, shake each other's hands. Kyle, very weird. Shanice was like, honey, that would mean so much more if I hadn't known that you know at least 10 other favorite nurses in this town alone. So he says, well, you out favored them all, he says. Just don't tell them what I said. So she said, please don't tell me that you've done so much bouncing around that your fine self is forced to dine alone. Girl, you talking, you calling him fine in front of Ted, girl. Shanice. He said, I'm on a date. Oh, she says, who's the lucky girl? Now that was a bad edit. Let me rewind that and see. Because when she called him fine, Ted had looked at her. He was busy looking at her. They did a cut and they showed Kyle saying he was on a date. But when they turned back to Shanice and she was asking about the lucky girl, it was as if Ted never turned his head. Y'all need to work on that. Yeah, sure did. Because when she said your fine self is forced to be dining alone, he looked at her like, bitch. I think that was a little line there. Or that was his natural reaction. Like, how you gonna be calling him fine right in front of me? I think that's what he said, but they cut that shit out. And when they showed Kyle, Ted's face was still facing forward as if he didn't turn. Y'all, that was not good, y'all. That wasn't good. So anyway, that's when he says, I'm on a date with whom, and then we see the slow walk, baby. Wait, no walk of shame from the ladies' room. It was a walk of fame, baby. Nicole says, me. Ted don't look like he like that shit. Well, we're back at Joy's pad, baby, because it's a pad, honey. And she was like, I can get used to this, Vanessa says. And he was like, I'm glad you like it here. Small talk. We ain't gonna get too deep into this scene. We'll see what they're talking about. I'm sure he wants her to move in with him because he's very protective over her. I don't think that she takes him serious, but he's very serious. But we'll listen, we'll see, and we'll talk. So she asks him, what does he have cooking in the kitchen? He says, ropa vieja. Yeah, I know I had to say ropa. No, ropa vieja. Yeah, yeah, that's why I did that. They not talking about shit, but when you do that, I'ma pull out my ropa vieja. She says, what that mean? Shredded Cuban beef, sauteed in pepper, tomato sauce. He says that shit marinates all night. You know what I'm saying? And then it simmers all. It simmers all day. He says the key is in the waiting. She says, I love a slow burn. Yeah, you got that meat that's been sitting there all day ready. He says it'll be worth the wait. He promises. All right, that's enough. Let's keep talking. So she tells him that he's a lot different here. It's more relaxed. He was like, look, I ain't been this relaxed since I was a kid. But when he does allow himself to be home, he says it makes himself imagine what his life would be like if he chose a different path. So she said, well, what would that be like or look like? He says, well, I would try to catch up on the most latest thriller, and I would make, dinner for certain special someone, like, of course, like her. And then we would fuck in every room. Pretty much. He said we would make love in every room, but y'all know how I do. So she says this was like Fort Knox getting up in this bitch. She said, I'm gonna assume that the rock station at the front door is why you're here. He was like, no, me having a security guard there, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You're the reason why. So let's see what the rock look like, girl. You are going to look so stunning in that gown you've chosen, my child. We are back at the country club, and everybody in the fucking restaurant is looking at Anita and her hair. I hope Anita shows her ass. Tell them to kiss it while she's on her way out. That's what she need to be doing. Cause I'm so sick of them looking at her like something's wrong with her because she cut her hair. Yeah. So Samantha was like, "Thank you for saying that, but I'm sure that you've seen hundreds of debutantes." She said, "Well, that is why I'm so certain. The line that runs through those white dresses, girl, from you to Kat to Naomi to Nicole, and I could just see them when they were getting ready for their debuts and how excited they were, just like you are." I put an S at the end of debuts. Just don't mind me. Debut. And of course, Jessica, honey, I know that you're going to be gorgeous as well, girl. I cannot wait to see you and Tyrell descending that staircase. So she was looking like real flat faced and like unbothered. And so Anita was like, "Oh, what is this? The Gen Z stare I've read so much about?" Anita, I thought I was hip. Baby, Anita got me hip. She got me beat, baby. I thought I was a little hip to when it comes to the young kids stuff. No, she got me beat. Sorry, Miss Dupree. No disrespect, but I'm just doing time in my ball gown. She's so disrespectful. Girl, go on to California. Ain't nobody gonna miss your ass. The whole cotillion thing. It's just not me. Yeah. And yet, honey, here you are. My dad is making me. So you resent your father for wanting you to have opportunities in a world that doesn't deal them out easily? Girl, you better say that. Honey, you better say that, especially now. Who are you? Well, I think there are less problematic ways to make connections. That's what Jessica said. I think I understand why you feel that way. I pretty much have the same opinions of cotillions until I saw one for myself. Cause remember, she was born in Chicago. She ain't know about all that shit. But when she got exposed to it, getting married to Vernon, she was like, "Oh, I didn't do that shit, but my girls is gonna do it." So yeah, she didn't know. Really, she says. Oh, so they sucked you into the dip cult too? Jessica, so girl, this is a madam, honey. This is a wisdom sitting before you in confidence. Show her some respect. Attending the cotillion as a guest on the arm of my husband was a wonderful experience. But I was introduced to the tradition was when the articulette sang at a cotillion after party. Honey, there we were, having been raised in the projects. I was kind of sort of raised in the projects. How many out there was raised in the projects? Again, I'm born and raised in DC, Northeast DC, Lincoln Heights. If you know, then you know about the Heights. If you were born in the projects and raised in the projects, but of course, God turned it around for you. Put where you would what the name of your particular project's name was. Mine was Lincoln Heights. My mom lived and we was like middle class, but because my mom worked a lot, I really my auntie, one of my aunties, I stayed over there with her a lot. So whenever my mom get off work, of course it was right in time for me to go on home and go to bed. But most of my time when I got out of school, I had cousins. I was raised over in the Heights. That's why I guess you have a little bit of that in me. But if you was raised in the projects, it's either what the terrace, the farms, the Heights, one of them. So y'all let me know if y'all were raised in the projects. Let me know. Put them in the comments below. She continues and tells them that they had to fight their way through every adversity. Now, I didn't have to fight much, but there was a lot of cards that were stacked against me as I remember. I was a good decent little girl. But, when your cousins leave and things happen and you get into fights, you play outside. We used to play kickball, we used to play softball, we used to play tag, we used to eat honeysuckles. It was good to be a kid in the 70s. It was so fun to be a kid in the 70s. Um, you might have heard one gunshot back then, but it was more fights. You seen people get into fist fights back then, kick them up down. That's what I've seen. I'm sure some of us have seen more, but that's what the little bit I remember. Because again, I was just there. I still compare it me being raised, although my mama lived in another area. But my afternoons, my Saturdays, if she was trying to disappear, she wanted to drop me off over Auntie house, and I would run till I get tired and musty, honey, smelling just like a skunk. Fighting to be heard, she says. Fighting to have self assurance. Fighting to carry ourselves with poise. Fighting, fighting, fighting to carry ourselves with poise, honey. And then we walk into the room with all these young, beautiful black women. who already had all of that. They were the same age as we had been when we were touring all over the place, clawing our way up the charts, except they were already brimming with confidence. You didn't like resent like they were like having like that like that's Jessica. I mean, without lifting a finger. Honey, all I wanted was for girls who look like me to step into the world and not have to fight. Yes, ma'am. So Jessica just barely nod her head, honey. Anita says, you still don't understand the value of a cotillion, do you? She said, I guess not. Mm-mm. Anita had to break it down to the lowest common denominator, baby. She says, it's not a prom like you're someone else's date or a marriage like you're someone else's spouse. Honey, it is about you. You owning you, coming out and saying to the world, here you are. And that's what Nicole is going through right now. You are proud, you are beautiful, you are intelligent. I cannot think of any other tradition that affirms that more. Well, when you put it that way, Jessica, she like all of that, babe. She like, she gonna change her mind, and then watch who else is gonna change their mind. Tyrell, then all of a sudden he gonna be gung ho for damn cotillion. I watched those girls grow up and champion the causes that they pledged when they first came out, and they still do. Well, I know, honey, she looked at Samantha, that you have pledged to your new clinic. And just like fucking clockwork, I said this shit earlier. I said Anastasia better bring her ass in this damn club and want to come for Anita's and her new dude. And we see her ass coming from the hallway, looking at Anita like she's a fucking alien. I mean, we see her coming toward Anita while Anita turns and talks to Jessica and asks Jessica, what is your cause? Is it a local organization?" Well, Jessica says it's a local organization. It helps kids it helps it helps teach kids conflict resolution. That's a tongue twister. Oh my lordy. So, Anita says, "Honey, that is wonderful. If you and Samantha can accomplish half of what the debutantes I've known did, still you see damn Anastasia touching the back of her hair while everybody's still looking. Baby girls, you both will make yourselves very, very proud." So Jessica says, "You know what? I will." Samantha says, "Me too." So Anita was like, "And may I be biased, but I think one of you two young ladies, honey, may be crowned platinum deb of the ball." Samantha was like, "Oh, please, honey. Jessica don't even want this. Oh, please. Oh, I never would take that from you," Jessica tells Sam. And Samantha was like, "Bitch, as if you could." Well, honey, it's not up to either of you, but the Barrington County Debutante Society will be lucky to have either of you beautiful young women wearing that tiara. And as she's coming over there, Anastasia bouncing her old mean ass over there. Why do you have to come over there? You have to come, Anastasia. Do you? Girl, you could have went and ate and gone to the gym, meet with your one of your heart attached clients. You could have did all of that, girl. I wouldn't count on it. She comes over there and says, "My granddaughter Francesca is a shoe-in for that title. And there's not a damn thing Anita Dupree can do about it." That is what Anastasia says. So they finally says her name. I've been knowing about that character for a long time. I thought they was going to cast her as something else, but it makes sense. So Francesca is coming, and she has an even worse personality as her grandmammy. She's coming. I've known about that character for quite a while now. Finally, can't wait to see who they cast for that role. But yeah, Francesca, according to what I've read, she is just as bitchy and more spoiled and one of them. So we're gonna have to like reach through the damn TV and slap her ass a million times. So we're back to Vernon and Martin. So Vernon was like, "So my grandchildren have come together and decided what's best for me now, huh?" So he says, "Well, no, Naomi and I thought that it was a little selfish of me for me taking away your time whenever I'm with you, it's taking away time from Grand. So that's it. We're not gonna go back and forth, unless they say something profound, because that's a meeting of the minds right now. When they meet, the minds be saying some deep shit. So we're gonna see what they're gonna say. If they don't say shit, we'll go to the next scene." So Martin is trying to tell him, like, look, you've been, my campaign been helping me since day one. And so, taking care of grandma may take a toll on you. He was like, look, taking care of your grandmama ain't no toll, baby. It's a gift. You better say that. See, I told you they drop little nuggets. They're just trying to be there for him, like he's there for her. But they both are stubborn and ornery. So he said, and it's taking care of this family. That's who I am. That's why I am who I am. It's my being. So Mark was like, look, we know that, granddad, and nobody would, fault you at all if you decided to take a little step back a little bit. And at the end of that scene, Vernon says, I would, but I feel like he's going to say, but I'm not. I feel like that's what he's going to say. Because what people got to realize is that when older people are busy, it keeps them sharp, it keeps their mind, clear, it keeps their body moving. Just let him exist. And then when he decides that he needs to slow down, he will. He will, but just let him exist, let him do him. And when his body tells him to slow down, believe it. He's very honest. He will let you know when it's time for him to slow the fuck down. Who wouldn't want a damn horizontal house call from the good Dr. Carlton, baby? Or rolling around with Dr. Rollins? That is Jan. Telling that to Mona, baby. We are back at Orphe G's. Mona, I thought you had somebody named Owen, honey. Owen is going, honey. Oh, he gone. Mona was like, girl, I am not being a church lady, girl. Ugh. But she's not spent her whole life with Ted. I'm sorry, but she has spent her whole life with damn Ted. And now she's just out on the loose. You is been a church woman, Mona. Them church people will do that, honey. They'll support you as long as you live in the life of the Lord and you married and everything. But when you want to live your life and, dip your toe here and dip your pinky there, now you saying I'm loose. Girl. Jen was like, exactly, honey. She spent her whole life with one damn man. That philandering motherfucker repays her with a secret damn baby. And baby mama, who, my heart goes out to Leslie, but is fucking relentless. Your heart does not go out to Leslie. It shouldn't. She said, I mean, who would damn begrudge Nicole a revenge makeover? Hmm? You should be cheering her ass on, not judging her in the comment section. Right. Shit. You back on my good side, Jan. Last week I was mad at your ass, but you back on my, like I said, Jan always come with the nuggets. She really does. She really, really does. Mona was like, honey, I hope you right, baby. I pray that she don't move her ass too fast for her own good. I think she will. Nicole is confident, but there's a little bit of cockiness to her. It's a little bit of cockiness. You see how she's changed her walk and everything is more deeper and the bust down middle and it's just a little bit of cockiness, just a little bit. So we're back at at Uptown, and Nicole is standing there, half naked, baby, her shoulder out, thighs out, knees out, legs out, hanging on Kyle. And so Ted is looking like, what the fuck? Shanice was like, Nicole, hey girl, this dress was definitely made for you because everybody else dressed in with coats and shit and scarves and shit. She's standing there like she just finna go to the disco. And Nicole looks at Shanice is like, and you're always fish yourself. While Ted is looking at her up and down like, what the fuck am I looking at right now? Because this ain't my wife. Oh, ex-wife. And she looks at Ted and says, I'm gonna have to get an air tag for your ass if you keep showing up in all my dates. Ted was like, well, it's a small town. He looks at Kyle, great minds. And Shanice is looking like, well, don't let us keep you, Nicole says. I'm sure that Shanice could use a cocktail. Because they not going to say, let's all sit together. No, ma'am, no, sir. So he just stood there. Ted just stood there like, yeah, right. All right, Shanice, yeah, let's go to the bar. He was about to leave. Shanice was walking and he talking about, well, he looks at Nicole's like, it's not my place. But she said, go the fuck on. Nicole got an attitude. I thought that you and Carlton were a thing. What the fuck's going on? Ted, it's not your place. I think that you're very hypocritical, motherfucker. You were married, all right? And you fucked around and with Leslie. Not just once, but twice at least. Well, plenty of times when y'all was kicking it. But you are here judging her? Hmm? Hmm. At least that's what Carlton thinks, he says. Because she's already had a conversation with Carlton about this. So Nicole tells him, definitely not your place. Because I live every aspect of my life openly and honestly, mother. Carlton knows about Kyle, and Kyle knows about Carlton. Period. That's how you do it. Open and honest, baby. Ain't no secrets here. Nan. Judgmental motherfucker. And they both know that I'm nowhere near ready for anything resembling a commitment because I'm newly out of a marriage. Hey, he said, hey, wait. Look, I didn't mean to. Well, so I believe we're all up to speed now. Nicole is pissed. Unless you want to ask Kyle his intentions. I'm good, he says. Shanice interrupts us. Ted, I think Nicole's right, and I'm thirsty. Is that a double entendre? Let's see about those drinks. Kyle, Nicole, you two have fun. Shanice, are you going to tell Ted that it was because of you, that Nicole knows Kyle? Let's see how this story rolls. Oh, damn it! I swear I don't be knowing what's going to happen. So Kyle looks at Shanice and says, "You too have a good time. Oh, and thank you." Shanice opened that fucking door. For what? For setting us up in the first place. Shit. I'm rubbing my forehead, y'all. I got my hands on my face. Shit. He says, I owe you. And Ted is looking at her like, what? I spent the evening convincing these girls about being a debutante is about merit, character, achievement, and sisterhood, bitch. We are back at the country club, and that is what Anita is. Excuse me if you hear any noises on this microphone. That is Anita talking to Anastasia about how being a debutante is, for them. You talking about your granddaughter gonna be winning, and ain't nobody gonna get in the way of it, honey. You trying to cheat. This gonna be good competition. And now you've just reduced it to nothing but rivalry and bragging rights. Oh, well, honey, Anastasia says you can't preach if you never won the robes. Bitch, Mr. Mrs. Writer, you better write. Y'all know I love these words on this damn show this season. You better fucking write. My good. And you, Anita, never wore the dress nor the gloves. Damn. You were never a deb, and yet you sit here holding court. While with all of those lessons, Anastasia, what did you walk away with, bitch? Not an iota of decorum. Is this what you're passing down to Francesca? I am Fairmont Crest, born and bred, Francesca Anastasia said. Insult me, and you're insulting Vernon. My husband used his privilege to step into the world helping others. And that's where he found you, bitch. Scraping and gyrating and hustling like a common. This is Anastasia. Y'all better, Anita. Ooh. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, award winning quadruple motherfucking threat. EGOT, bitch. EGOT. Shit. Ooh, she said, I don't dabble, bitch. I dominate. I need to put that on my damn shirt. Y'all must got some young writers. So, because somebody young wrote that. I ain't talking about we old folks can't write, but somebody young wrote this shit. They did. I don't dabble, bitch. I dominate. I add the bitch on there. I don't dabble. I dominate, bitch. I gotta say that because it's got to be in there somewhere, right? Bitch, I don't dabble. I dominate. I don't dominate, bitch. I dabble. I mean, no, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Oh my God. I don't dabble. I dominate, bitch. I don't dabble, bitch. I dominate. I don't dabble. I dominate, bitch. Bitch goes in there somewhere in between them words, baby. Shit. Without Vernon, you, your daughters, your granddaughter, and most assuredly, your great granddaughter, who doesn't have even a drop of Dupree blood, wouldn't be allowed inside these gates, let alone into the ranks of polite society. She talking like a pure whore, excuse me, in front of these babies. No respect at all. Is that what rich, black, rich? I mean, not black, but is that what rich is? I guess. I mean, so we're back at the pad with Joey and Vanessa. And I guess they finished their plate. It looks like it was barely touched. I love me black china. I love that. Black china, not the girl, the star, but black like plates and salad places. I love black uh tableware. I love it. I like that setup because my dining area is kind of small, and I like how he has that. I'm gonna have to use some of that idea. I like the burgundy fly. Oh, it's nice. I'm not gonna go through all of the stuff that they're talking about. You see the picture right here on the screen, but I'm liking this whole quaint, sexy, grown ass vibe. So he asks her to guess for, some of the recipes. She said, definitely pecan, pear, and a dabble of something else. He says, pancetta. So she says, never mind. He says, what do you have a bit against pancetta? She said, I don't need no fucking recipe. I need your ass. She says, and I have you. He says, you do. And you could just make those puffs for me all the time when I move in. Girl, you moving in? Where the kids gonna stay when they get out for break? We back at damn uptown. And Ted in his magenta suit. Now, is it magenta pink? Y'all love him in this suit. Now he wears this well. You wear it well. Dun, 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 dun. You wear it well, you wear it well. That's what a old song by Elder Barge. He looks good in this pinkish, magenta color. I don't know if it's magenta, but he looks really great in this suit. So he was like, damn, Shanice, you really set them up. She was like, well, Carlton canceled at Winterfest, and I didn't want to leave my girl hanging. Shit. He was like, huh. And you didn't mention it to me. No, she didn't mention it to you. Y'all wasn't kicking it like that. Were they? I mean, they was probably flirting. Was this even around this? Was this after the elevator or before? I don't even think they was kicking it like that. Cause I don't even think they fucked then. Did they? Did they fuck then? Oh, I don't think they fucked then. They just fucked. So she was like, why would I? She said, your ass claimed that you moved on. Was I wrong? She said, are you bothered or something? He talking about why would I be bothered? That's not the answer to my question, nigga. You can't answer a question with a fucking question. Is you bothered? She said, because since Nicole walked her ass in here with that freakum dress on and that fine man, you have spent more time looking over there than you have looking at this old fine piece of Megan Thee Stallion ish bitch right here sitting in front of you. Uh, it's not like that, he says. She said, and what the fuck is it like, Ted? She says, I didn't put on these lashes, baby, and these heels to spend the night with a man who's still caught up on his fucking ex. I'm loving this. Y'all let's do some good conversation. Ooh wee. He just looking over there. She just all shoulder out, baby, leaned in all on Kyle. Just having a good time, baby. Okay, we're back with Vernon. He said, I could, maybe he said I could stop, but then he's picking up where he left off. And so this is back at the palace. He says, well, what if I told your ass that I need the campaign as much as you need me in it? You see, what's happening to your grandmammy is terrifying, but clarifying. You see, we've touched many, many lives. Her with the music, me with my politics. It looked like he looked out in the audience like he was reading his prompter or something. Let me rewind that. Yeah, it looks like he was. I'm sorry. That's 80. 80 is darn good because shit. I ain't know where well I'm closer to 80, but I'll be 55 in a couple months. That's 80. I feel like his lines was off camera and he was reading them. I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't know them, but sometimes you need a little help. And that's the good thing about these type of situations. I'm sure they have a lot of grace when it comes to 80-year-old Clifton Davis remembering his lines. And I feel like he was reading them off of a prompter or something off camera because he paused, then he looked up, and then like I said, he knows his lines, but he might need some help. And I think that that's what he did because it was a very awkward silence, and he kept looking off. So he says, "We want that to live on." Martin was like, "You're not going nowhere." And Vernon was like, hell no, not anytime soon. Sorry. No, not anytime soon. Anita's music and films will be here for generation. And you'll carry on for me. You're my legacy, he tells him. Then we hear the music and Martin with his long speech about how Vernon is his legacy and not just me. You inspired so many people. We'll Martin is long winded, so we're gonna see what he says. If he says something deep, I'll come back on. If not, next. So he didn't say nothing long. So he was like, well, I'm not stopping you from it. So Vernon was like, well, don't stop me now. Shit. If I'm doing a legacy, well, don't stop me now. So Martin says, well, what the fuck am I not doing that you suggest? When I tell you that damn Vernon put out his iPad, that man been working. So I guess when he's not worried about Anita, he's working on that damn iPad regarding his campaign. So let him do the campaign, Martin. You got to put more fucking skin in the game, Vernon says. Martin was like, oh, so you want me to? He said, you got to quadruple that shit. So Martin was like, yeah, I guess I got to, you want me to meet face to face and do meet and greet stops leading up to the primary. Yep, that's the only way you're going to do it. You got to be in the people's faces, especially in DC. Because if they don't know your ass, they ain't going to vote for your ass. So Vernon was like, you disagree? Martin says, that's a great strategy, but it's the wrong timing. Why? So he says there's no way on in hell that he gonna sacrifice any time with his family. Remember he did that before because he told that to Smitty, especially not the kids. But Smitty has been doing his thing and been on surveillance and stuff. He ain't hardly home. And Martin's like I said, I would never do that again. So I get it. I understand. I get it. Uh-oh, we are back at the fucking country club, baby, and we are the duel with Anita versus Anastasia. Anita slowly rises up, baby. Meet that bitch eye to eye. She said, bitch, you and I are overdue to get a few things fucking straight. Okay, we are back at Orphe Jeans. And remember I was talking about Owen earlier. Well, um, Jan is talking to him. And so the waitress comes by and gives Mona the check. And I guess Mona is the one treating today. So Jan is like, oh, Owen, of course I missed you. You drove 3 hours? I guess he's in town. I love that purse, Mona. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, it's pretty. So she looking at Mona and Mona like, girl, what that mean? You trying to leave me to go see your man? She said, oh, that's so sweet, Jan says to him. She said, okay, bitch, I'm leaving now. I told you, she's finna skedaddle. I love you, friend, but I'm going to see my man, my man, my man. I just have to drop some knowledge on my bestie. I'll see you soon. This is what she tells Owen, and she hangs up. And she looking at her like, girl. I mean, just like Jill Scott said in the way, baby. She said, nah, girl, I got something else to do. She ready to get her groove on, honey, because tonight her man is coming through, baby. Y'all know the lyrics. We're going to have to reconnect some other time, Mona. As much as I'd like to share my thing on the dance floor with you, boo, honey, but I got a nasty freaky just way in mind. Because tonight I'm going to be the what? High score. That's what Jan is telling her bestie, honey. She's like, Owen coming through, baby. I see you soon, bestie. Go, honey. I can't be responsible for making you miss 1 minute of happy with Mr. Love Boat. That's what Mona tells. That's what Mona tells Jan. I'm sorry, with Mr. Love Boat. She says, if I can meet a man in the middle of the fucking Atlantic, you can meet one closer to home. So are they gonna finna hook up Mona? Who gonna be this man that Mona gonna fall for? Jan says, honey, your last man can't be your last man, girl. Get out there and live. So we're back at the bachelor pad, and Joey tells Vanessa, he said, I thought we had an understanding. She was like, we love each other. We spend practically every night together at my place with her flat titas, which has all those memories of Doug. Girl, you ain't had no problem. If he wanted to come over there tonight, you would have been over there tonight, legs spread, girl. Blood. She's like, your place could be ours. He was like, but only is mine. So she ain't listening. She keep talking about our situations have changed. He said, this is mine. Mine, honey, mine. So she was telling him the beautiful picture that he painted of them there together just gave her so much peace. And So he was like, "You living in here could be a lot of danger, bitch." It's like, if I move your ass in here, then my enemies wouldn't have no doubt how much you mean to me, which means you'll be walking a walking target around here. I almost said Port Charles, Lord Jesus, in Fairmont Crest and beyond, baby. So, she got to really just smooge on him. He's so weak to her. They faded out that damn blues music real quick and put on the show's music, but that blues music was popping. They do look real cute together, but I can see Vanessa with Kyle more than Nicole. It's just not working for me with the Kyle. It's not working with Kyle with me. I see Vanessa more with Kyle. I hope that happens. Anyway, we're back at the country club. I mean, at the Uptown. Speaking of Kyle, Ted doing a song, humming, humming, humming. Well, look, Nicole, yeah, what, yeah, look, Nicole and I are always going to be connected. He tells Shanice. He says, yeah, well, with the kids and perhaps one day as friends, but I still know her better than anybody else on the planet, and that's just not the Nicole that I know. No, it's not. You want her to stay the same when you move the fuck on? People be tripping. Shanice was like, because she is not the same woman that you once knew. He said, yep, because of me. Right. Right. It is because of you. She said, honey, you don't get to dictate how she puts you in her rear view. My God. Am I going to take the time to see who these fucking writers are at the end of this damn episode? Shit. Y'all be writing, boy. Nicole is evolving, honey. That is her right. And if you and her are ever going to be real friends, I mean, God dog, she says. He was like, okay, okay, okay. Look, I have to check myself. Yeah, you got to before you wreck yourself. Look, okay, Nicole can do whatever she wants, all right? But if she's choosing to show out because of me, then that's on me. Janice was like, well, honey, I saw a woman that was walking in her power. He said, okay, well, maybe I was out of bounds and I just couldn't see that part. And it's going to take me a minute to get used to this, evolution, especially when she's evolving in the same room. Wow. Ooh, like I said, this is real time, y'all. I don't know what the line is until I see it. God almighty. I know y'all like, Sean, get through the damn show. I can't. This damn hour show be lasting me forever. This gonna be a one picture. I know I said I was gonna put some pictures in this shit today. I'm not. It's gonna be one picture because I need to get this thing up. It's the next day. If y'all don't know, it's Saturday. Friday was a fool. I couldn't get nothing done. I started this video on Friday, this audio on Friday. Thought I was going to be able to finish it, and it was busy. Work was busy. It was busy, good busy. People are buying a lot of life insurance policies, which is a good thing. I guess they're preparing for something that might happen. But it just was busy, and I had to go to a show to support my sorority sister, which was fantastic. I got here and went to sleep. Got home. Then this morning I went and did some stuff for myself because I like to. And I have to go to an event on Sunday and talked on the phone with Sir for a few hours, and I'm just sitting down doing this. So this might be a one picture thing today. So I might put this warning in the front of the video. So if you hear it again, you're like, "Oh, girl, you already told us that. Go on, keep on moving." That's what I'm finna do. Keep on fucking moving because I need to watch Friday's episode. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know what happened. So I'm sitting here as surprised. But this Thursday episode is bomb. So she touches his leg. Shanice says, "She's, I can get with that. I mean, that leg is strong, baby. You can tell he works out. He works the fuck out. A man got a a thick thigh like that, baby. Squeeze it. My man, he got thick. Yeah, yeah, meat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thighs, baby. That's what I'm talking about." She says, but there are other places where we can eat and have drinks, baby, in other rooms where your ex-wife ain't. I meant meaty thighs, y'all. Please, I keep it PG over here. Yeah, I cuss, but I keep it PG sometimes. So she tells him that she is not the only one who can evolve. He was like, wow, thanks. He says, bartender. So I guess he gets a drink. So yeah, that was good. I like Shanice. Shanice is very no nonsense, very straight to the point. She's very likable, very helpful. She gives a lot of nuggets too. I love her. Her, damn, Madison, Jan, Mona. Those are like the normal people, the normal acting people that I could that I really do dig. Yeah, yeah, I like them. Yeah. All right, baby. We are back to the showdown with Anita versus Anastasia. So when Anita was moving forward, damn Samantha was moving away, baby. Everybody looking at the damn country club. Anita won. No, I wasn't born with a fucking silver spoon in my mouth or up my ass like you. Oh, there she is. I've been waiting to meet the real Anita Williams. But I have earned this place in this life, in my marriage and in Fairmont Crest. We have created a family that has glittered behind and beyond these gates with dignity, integrity, heart, and grace. And we have passed that down through blood and, most importantly, through deed to our children, our grandchildren, and now our great grandchildren, like this lovely young woman you see before you. Ah! Now, we may not have passed your 23andMe purity test, but yet here you are with all of that privilege and opportunity, and you didn't bother to ever develop the kind of traits that truly matter. Ooh! My family was giving to charities while you still were one. God. Like when I need to read these sentences and I get so excited in the middle of them. My family was given to charities while you still were one. You and what have you done with your high and mighty ass with all that you have? Just crowned yourself the queen of me. Baby, she did the Willie D clap, baby. This is what Anastasia did. That's all you got, Miss Egot. What? That's all you got, Miss Egot. I can look at this all day. This ping pong match, but my mouth is watering. That means it's delicious. I would call for a standing ovation. That was a bad blocking, but whatever. But this ain't no damn showtime at the Apollo. It's Fairmont Crest. Divas aren't welcome here. Have you looked in the mirror, bitch? Honey, that ain't no diva that's staring at her. That's the devil, girl. No, that ain't no diva, baby. That's the devil. And you might have been able to tip the scales for Nicole, Naomi, and Kat, but do not expect a four-peat. Not a repeat. Not a three-peat, but a four-peat. Which she's saying don't even expect for Samantha to win, because my granddaughter, Francesca, will. The crown belongs to my thoroughbred, not your Samantha. It is Francesca Belclair's time to shine. Is that her middle name? Okay. Like I said, I've been knowing what her name was, but I was just wondering. She's coming. I think, what did I see? When did I see this damn cotillion? It's high. I can't remember the episode, but I saw the episode where she's going to be appearing. She's going to be a mess, honey. And no Dupree will stand in our way. Well, if that is the lens through which you decided to see this shit, may the best fucking matriarch win, bitch. Y'all know I got that had that in there. Yeah. Samantha looked at Jessica, and Jessica looked and was like, "Yes, I'm liking this. I might have to change my mind about Cotillion." Just because it is, I think that's gonna really change her mind. Like, yeah, I'm ready because we gonna meet that. We gonna beat that damn Francesca. I can't wait to meet her because, like I said, they said that she is going to be a mini me bitch. I come back at the commercial. So we're back at the country club, and Anita was putting her hand up like she finna slap the shit out of Anastasia jumped, and Anita just touched her hair, honey. Just touched her new short coif, baby. That damn Anastasia was scared as fuck. I cannot edit this shit today. I won't get that other one done. Y'all gonna have to go back and look at it yourself. This gonna be a one damn picture episode today, but I'm having a good time watching this. So as soon as as Saja left, so Jessica just add more fuel to the fire. That woman is the exact reason why debutantes just fade away. Girl, go to California. You're gonna find out what competition really is like, baby, in the real world. Well, fortunately, girl, tradition is a living thing, and it can only flourish with new blood like yours and Samantha's. Don't throw away our history until you've experienced yourself with an open heart and mind, Jessica. And in the background, you can see Anastasia looking mean as fuck. Sad they sitting at the table with her friends, honey. You might just find you like it, she tells Jessica. I will try, Miss Dupree. Now, good. Now I want you two to focus on being the best damn dabs you can be, baby. And leave Miss Anastasia to me. Oh man, that was fun. We needed a good battle of the divas. That was really that was good. We're back at the palace with Vernon and Martin talking, and so Vernon says, "I understand putting family before calendar." When Smitty and I got back together, Martin says, I promised that I would spend more time with him and the kids. And we don't have that much more time left, before they have an empty nest. So he's really trying to, gather and spend time with the kids. We're gonna see what they're talking about. They say something profound, y'all already know. So he also said, Tyrell is in his senior year, and Samantha's going through her rite of passage excitement, and Smitty is, also dabbling back into his career, and he wants that for him because when we first started, he didn't want Smitty to be working nowhere but at the house. Somehow, while they were talking, Martin was saying how he just could wish he could press the pause button and keep things like still, and they could be in a bubble, and they just can just, you know, go back to where it was. Everybody wants to go backwards. So he says, Vernon says that him and Anita thought the same way about Nicole. Nicole said the same thing about him and Kat. And now Nicole is now dealing with the empty nest, and that her ink on her divorce papers is finally dry. I guess that was a transition going to Nicole. I guess because that's his mother, I guess. So yeah, I guess that works, I guess. But yeah, her it's finally dry. Finally dry. Baby, we get back to the damn hotel. Shit. And Kyle got his hands all over Nicole's, cheeks and just they tonguing down over there in that corner. He was like, damn, has anybody ever told you that you're an amazing kisser? She said, nothing doesn't come to mind. Nobody. He said, they should give you a kissing award. And she's like, he was like, damn, girl. You should be in the Kissing Hall of Fame. They should write songs about your kissing, girl. She's like, well, it may have come up, but I do believe other descriptors were used. He kissing all over her neck and shit. She's like, He was like, all of that, and you're fucking funny too. He said, I have an idea. Why don't we do this again? And I'll be inspired to find more damn words. So he's still talking. She said, no more words. So we're at the hotel, and we're at um uh Ted's room, and he said, when I thought you said you wanted to get out of here, I thought you were talking about at another restaurant, she says. She says, well, baby, you thought wrong. All right, we're going to see how they kiss, okay? Y'all already saw how Nicole was tonguing down damn Kyle, okay? So let's see what this contract is saying. Because if she does not kiss him on the mouth, that means that Ernestine said, I ain't kissing nobody on the mouth. I know that y'all wrote me as a love interest, but that's not part of my contract. So let's see. I'm going to push play, see if Ernestine and Keith will actually kiss on the mouth. He was like, oh, lucky me. Oh, you're so beautiful, Shanice. And she is beautiful. He keeps telling her how beautiful she is. He always says that. Only cheek, left cheek, right cheek. Oh, Tad, she says, and she turns around. And so he kisses on her neck, and he says, oh, I want to kiss that spot all night. And this one. So she stops, and she said, you had me right up until the all night part. What? We both know that your mind has been elsewhere sometime tonight, all night. Maybe you suddenly have to have me because you're trying to forget that Nicole is with Kyle right now. Is that it? Okay, you just being real, Shanice. I see you. But he never kissed on the mouth, which means her contract tells her that she cannot kiss him on the mouth, which I want to bet. Ted is looking at her like, damn, I can't get shit right. I can't get shit right. God dog it. Bitch. Bitch. baby. So we're back at the damn Orphe G's shit. So Mona is about to leave, right? Right. And I got a good fucking memory sometimes. My brain be on it, y'all. It ain't on it all the time. So I see a man coming down and sitting at the table by himself, and guess who it is? Randy, motherfucker. Didn't I say that shit? I said, right, okay, we rewinding. Jan says, "Girl, you need to find a man. You know, man. Remember I said last season when Mona was there at the casino and she was there and Randy was real sweet on her. So I was like, okay, I mean, is we gonna try to do like, young man, what's we doing, Mona? He was like, you shouldn't be here alone, And she was like, honey, I ain't here alone. I'm looking for somebody. It was real casual on her end, but he was kind of, throwing some shit out there. So I just said that a couple weeks ago. Y'all know I said that shit. I said, well, what if Mona get a man? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a man, Jan got this invisible Owen dude, everybody fucking around, they need to hook up Mona and Randy. Shit, look at this shit on my screen. What finna happen? Let me push play. So she goes over there to him. They playing this old nice brown liquor blues type of, music in the background. She says, isn't this the hero? He was like, Mona, right? Shit. She said, you saved Vanessa McBride from that skeevy guy. He was like, yeah, how did you hear about that? She said, waitresses talk and listenings is one of my things. He says, noted. Actually, being a hero ain't one of mine, but I refuse to stand by when a woman's in danger. Go ahead, Randy. Go ahead. She said, everybody says that, but not everybody walks the walk. She said, you do surprise. How did you manage to maintain a semblance of decency while still working for that devil, Joey Armstrong? That damn Vanessa licking her fingers and shit. For of course, it's Joey. We back at the damn bachelor pad, and we're not gonna keep talking. We know they ain't moving in each other. Now his playlist is bomb. Now Joey, John, that's his name. John Lindstrom, Joey Armstrong. Nigga, you need to share that damn playlist. That playlist is like all things. So she licking her finger. She says, "You know what goes good with devil's food cake?" Because he said he loves cooking for her. He was like, "What goes good with it?" Whipped cream. He said, "I'll be right back." She said, I think you were saving the bedroom for the end of the tour, right? He was like, "Oh, I'll meet you there." So she texts her bestie, Nicole. She says, "Hey, girlfriend, hope you're having as much fun as I am tonight." Yes, she is, honey. All in the middle of damn uptown, tonguing and shoulders being nibbled and all of this and shit. Yeah, she having a good time. Like I said, everybody else is kissing except for Ernestine. I can't wait to see Mona and Randy kiss. That's going to be fun. Ernestine said, "No, motherfuckers, y'all, I ain't kissing nobody. My husband ain't playing that shit. Fuck y'all. Yeah, fuck you. I ain't doing that." Well, ladies, we should head home now. We're back at the country club with Anita and the girls. So, Jessica says, I've got my car, but thanks. It's been an education. Yeah, I've learned a lot too, huh? Shit. Look, when Anita got up, I'm moving too, trying to reach the credit. I'll be so locked into this fucking show. Anita got up to leave and she started feeling dizzy. And so I'm reaching for it too. I'm like, oh shit, hit my hand on the damn desk. I'm like, oh shit. I'm standing right there on the damn set about to catch her. Anita, bitch, you better not fade in front of these fucking people because that's all they need is for you to drag the fuck out of Anastasia and then fall the fuck out. Please don't. Let me push play. So Samantha was like, "Do you need to sit down?" Jessica's like, "Do I need to get someone?" "Oh, no, honey, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just need to throw some cold water on my face. That's all." So she walked right by. She gathered her gatherers and walked right out like the queen that she is, past Anastasia's table. So she said, "Is she really okay?" Jessica was talking to Samantha. I hope that wannabe Bridgerton biatch didn't like throw her off her game. She called her Bridgerton biatch. Yeah, I'm gonna give a warning at the beginning of this fucking video, so y'all will know that it's just a laugh time today. It's just a good time. Samantha was like, "Oh, honey, don't worry about her. Great grand is fine. She may not have been born as a platinum deb, but she is the toughest woman that I know." So we see Nicole, responded to her bestie. We're back at Uptown. So he was like, "Well, dare I ask what cranked up that beautiful smile on your face?" "And what if I said it was you?" she says. He says, I like that. They kiss again. He was like, "You mind if we take this someplace?" He was like, "My place?" "I am very, very tempted, but can we say to be continued?" Hmm? Isn't that why you did what you did, Nicole? I'm confused. Why did you change your mind? Or did you come there not wanting to do? I mean, we control it. Women, if you don't know that we control our world. We always see these girls on TikTok fussing and shit about, "Oh, he no. It's about what you let him or allow him a lot of times. So I kind of get it. I kind of get it. He was like, "Did I blow this?" He said, "Because I just assumed that we were on the same page." Right. I thought so too. "Oh, we are on the same page. I just haven't quite changed up everything about myself. I just need to keep this at the kissing place for now. Moving locations, levels up to something a little more serious." He's like, "Okay, we don't want that. Okay, okay, okay. I promise that I won't fall madly in love with you. I promise that." He was like, "Well, and as long as you promise that you won't." She was like, "You are adorable. But if kissing has us here, imagine what a night together will do." He said, "Oh, I am." I like his swag. He's very swag. I like that. I do like his words. I like how he's into her. I like his eyes. It's like locked into her. He's very attracted to her. He's on her level. He doesn't seem like he's a puppy dog like Carlton. Carlton is very puppy dog. I've been waiting for you a long time, Nicole. Corny, you know. He's not. He's cool. Kyle is very, very cool. She says, "I am enjoying where we are right now. I am enjoying where I am right now. And I just need just to stay here a minute." Okay, yeah. You control that, Nicole. You definitely do. "No fast moves. I am enjoying keeping all the possibilities on the table. I hope you understand." He was like, "I've been where you've been. When you move, I'll move," he says. Just like that. When y'all move, you know that was coming. And Nicole reaches in. Nicole be using her tongue. Is she married? She leads with her tongue a lot when she kisses. I'm sorry, they was kissing. So it looks like we're back at Ted's hotel because somebody's grabbing their beautiful, cute little purse. Is that Shanice? Yeah, that's Shanice. She grabbing her cute little purse and he's begging her. He's like, "Look, don't go, please." She's mad. He said, "Look, this takes time." She said, "No, Nick, I won't be nobody's consolation prize while you wait for your wife or your girlfriend to come back to you. I deserve much more than that, honey. Better than that." He says, "Yes, you do. And I wouldn't have asked you out if I wasn't ready to move on." "I want to believe that," she says. He said, Look. It was a reflex. Not interested. I should have kept my eyes fixed on you where they belong. You have brought me back from a really dark place, Shanice. And we're so good together. You make me laugh. And when we're not laughing, you make me want to do things I really want to do. How do I show you with it that there's nowhere else that I want to be, huh? Just tell me what I need to say. Just tell me and I will do it. I thought that bitch had stuffed those fucking panties all the way behind the pillow. No. Shanice just happens to look over there on the couch. She grabs a tissue and then she pulls out the panties. She said, "Well, you can start by explaining about what the fuck is these, because if I'm the one, baby, then who do these tacky ass panties belong to?" Stinking ass bitch. All right, and that is the end of the. Like I said, I'm doing a split episode because I don't know where I am. I'm picking up. So when I pick up Friday's episode, it's gonna be whatever that episode was. It's gonna be 26. All right. Don't be give me no correction in this damn comments. I know where I'm at. I'm definitely in order. But with them having that Monday all cast episode on Martin Luther King, it just throw me off. So this is gonna be a 25, 26 or whatever. I'm not skipping, all right? Chat. I had a good time. This is gonna be a one picture thing. I'm gonna put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video so I can go and get get Friday on and popping and out the way so I can enjoy the rest of my Saturday. All right. Love y'all. Let's see y'all in the next video. Bye.